What's going on? Oh, I got an echo. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Making a live video because I got to do my 10 minutes a day of audio or some type of content creation. And, Bitcoin's topical right now. I invest in Bitcoin, but I'm really more of a long term holder than a trader. But then, of course, what happens to a lot of bad investors, me being a bad investor, I will turn an investment into a trade. And that's one of the problems. Like Bitcoin has dropped below 29, $30,000. It's a pretty important resistance mark. Let me see if I can show you here on the screen. Take a look at this. You know, hopefully this is refreshed. But if we take a look here, we scroll out. I mean, look here. This is a really strong resistance point. This is the last low, which is about right here. If you can see this spot, it's 31,000. And then here's another part right here. That's what you call a support maybe. And here will be another support line right here. So it looks like if it could break this and then completely just freaking roll over. If we scroll down, if it breaks kind of below this sort of level, what you're going to find is it probably will drop down to this level here, which is 26. So, but what I did is I went in when it went down to here, or I went back in, I should say, because I didn't get in and out. Oh, that's what she said, right? Anyways, and then if it falls to here, it's going to fall to here, and it's going to fall to here. So I don't know. Anyways, Bitcoin is crashing. What are you going to do? I think that with the whole cryptocurrency thing, I think you should really think about like just putting like 0.5 or maybe 2% of your net worth in there. I find that it's a pretty interesting kind of thing, being able to decentralize currency. But hey, I'm no expert. I'm just here talking it up, wanting to find out, like, what are you guys doing with Bitcoin? Do you guys invest in Bitcoin? I got some people here on the live stream. I think that, I started off with Bitcoin by just buying a few $100. I just buy a 50, actually 25 or $50 is what I would buy. That's all I would do. You just buy just a little bit. Um, anyways, that's what I'm talking about. So I really don't have anything else to talk about. So other than investing. So I want to talk about long-term and short-term investing, because one of the things I did mention is earlier was that investment into a trade. And when you turn an investment into a trade, it's kind of like it turns into gambling. Actually, a lot of investing turns into gambling. But the thing is the better you know what you're, and I should say, the better you know your competence, the better you know your circle of whatever it is you're working on, the less chances are you to get hurt. And that's kind of why when you're investing in something, like I don't fully understand cryptocurrency and I'm not like an evangelist about it, but I do believe that because of the opportunity, you're going to be able to get maybe as much as 1,000% of return, 10,000% of return. So it just makes sense to have, if you're not someone that wants to invest in this kind of, this investment, then you just buy like $100 and just set it and forget it. Right. I watched a story online about someone who got paid with Bitcoin years ago, and I think she got paid like one Bitcoin, and it was like $50 at a time. And now she has one Bitcoin. It's like $30,000. If you want to look it up, it's actually kind of cool. It's called I'm accidentally a Bitcoin rich. It's this lady who draws like these pictures of it's like an artist, and someone commissioned her to make a what was it? A picture of Bitcoin, basically, or whatever the popular Bitcoin symbol is. So, I mean, probably my biggest topic, or what I'm really most interested in, is really talking about investing in long term and short term. And if you sprinkle enough of your money in different places, you're going to get a good chance of getting what's that word called? It's called expected value. That's the thing when it comes to gambling, when it comes to investing, even though they're completely different, but I'm a big probabilities person. So I know that on every flip, you can potentially make 100% of your money, but then only lose 60%. The way the math works, actually, you know what? I got my iPad here, and let me just show you that. So let's go see if I can switch on, figure out how to use this thing here. There you go. So what is expected value? If you're not familiar with what expected value is, or I've never heard of it before, it's kind of like this. If you are making here, we'll use roulette as an example. This is kind of why a lot of people who do, who bet on 00 or 0, right? Or maybe let's just do red and black. It's easy. So let's do red, and then you have black, right? And what is the payout on these things? The payout is 2 to 1, right? Or basically you double your money. The thing is that you think, but the thing is, in general, there's a zero, double zero. So that leaves 37, 38, 39. So there are 30 that it can land on, right? These are not red or green. They're not red or black, they're green. So if you think about it, there are 30 math on this. The expected value looks like this: 37 potential spaces. Let's just say you bet on black, right? 0 by 39. You have a 94, or the expected value, I should say -1. Actually, I don't even remember what I was doing here. So 37 spaces. What the heck is wrong with me? 36 spaces. 36 spaces here, right? So which means it's 38. So if you did the math on this, it would actually be, so if you have 36 spaces, but then of the 30, 18 of them are black, right? So we do 18 spaces of a potential 38 spaces. Let me just erase this. So 18 divided by 38, that puts you at 47. I wish I could explain this better, but I'm having trouble because my dyslexia. That's kind of the problem with when I do this stuff. I don't have good my brain, right? So essentially, you don't have a 50% chance. Long haul, if you bet enough $1, God, I can't even do this. I don't even know. I mean, I want to show this because I feel like there's a lot of value in it, but the problem is I don't have. This is the reason why I'm doing these videos, is because I want to be able to teach this kinds of stuff. Like, I have it in my head and I know how to do it, but then I have trouble explaining it sometimes because I have a lot of dyslexia, and I'm obviously I feel like I'm smart, but the problem is I feel so stupid because I can't get I can't get the wires uncrossed in my mind. But expected value. This is, if you just look this up, expected value. So the expected value of, I can't even explain it. Anyways, I guess one of the ways that they sort of explain this, that how I learned it was, if you the way I learned expected value. This is how I learned expected value. I learned expected value like this. So you have the opportunity of having a 50% chance to win, let's say $1 million, right? Or you have um, a let's say 75% chance to win $500,000, or it's not 500. Let's do $50,000, and then you have a 100% chance to win $5,000, right? And let's just say you're trying to bet. Let's just say $1. Let's just say to win this, you have to bet $1,000, right? Okay, so the bet is $1,000. If your bet is $1,000, which of these would you bet on, right? And the overwhelming majority of people will bet on this. They'll bet on this. Why? Because everyone likes a sure thing. The problem is, what people don't realize is they don't consider what the expected value is when they do the calculations. So again, there's nothing wrong with this. This just tells you what your risk tolerance is and what you're comfortable with. But then you want to do a expected value calculation. So what the true value of this $1 million, so this $1,000 bet for $1 million, really what the expected value of this is. So the expected value of this is clear. It's 5,000, right? Because it's 100%. The expected value of this, if we take 7, multiply this, what you do is you take the math and you multiply it by 75%. That's not right. Man, this is where where I feel so stupid. So this is easy 100%. So the expected value of $1,000. So you have $1,000 bet, right? So what you do is you multiply the bet by 75%, right? Which is what's up here. So we're just going to take this here. This is how I got it now. There we go. So you take this and 25%, right? And then you get, and then you multiply it by 1,000. So what does that equal? You get 50,000 times 75 times 1,000. It's not right. Mother. I don't got this. I'm a loser here. Motherfucker. I'm going to make a video on this. Anyways, there's a value to calculate this, and I just have to look it up. See, this is where Google comes in, and hopefully I can. God, this is why it's so embarrassing. Like I'm on live, and I don't know what the hell the fuck I'm doing. So expected value calculation, right? Expected value is, how do you calculate expected value? In statistics, expected value is calculated by multiplying each of the possible outcomes by the likelihood of each outcome will occur by calculating expected values. That's our outcome. So expected value calculation, roulette. I like roulette. So thought cal here. Let's do gambling. Odd Sharks calculator. How to expect probability of winning, loss per bet. Okay, so yeah, so the amount that is one per bet, right? So that would be $50,000, right? And then you would do the probability of winning, which is 75%, right? Minus the amount lost per bet. So you can lose $1,000. And then the probability of losing, 25%. I got it. There we go. So what does that look like? So the math on this looks like amount. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to switch screens now. I don't want to lose you here. So it looks like this right here. The amount that's going to be won is 50,000. The probability of winning is 75%. Then you subtract the amount you're going to bet and multiply it by 25%. So that breaks out into, take out the calculator here. We already know this is 37,500. And this one here, we can just do the math, is 250, right? So the expected value of this, which is almost improbable to find anywhere, is 37,250. There you go. Did it. So this is the EV here is 37,000. The EV here is 5,000. So the expected value here is even higher, right? But take a look at this: 50% chance to win $1 million if you bet 1,000. So what would that look like? Well, making a mess here, but $1 million, right, times 50% equals 500K, right? And then we're betting 1,000. We're betting $1,000, and then we're going to subtract with the probability of winning, which is 50%, right? So it's equal to $500. Then you take 500K minus $500. The expected value is $450,000. So $450,000 EV. So this is how a lot of how my thinking goes when it comes to investing or trading or making a decision. I don't necessarily have the calculation and math going on in my head, but what I do have is I just have this kind of play, right? I mean, generally speaking, would you rather have a, again, it's just how I think. You know what? You want a 1 in 10 chance to win $1,000 or a guaranteed chance, let's say 200, $100. Yeah, let's do that, $100. So that's my question to you. You know, like, what would you rather? 10% chance to win 100, 1,000, a 10% chance to win $1,000, or 100% chance to make $100? That's just your options. Which would you choose? Oh, I got some notes on here. I had 30K order to buy since a week, but forgot about it. Order. When should I buy Bitcoin? I don't know when you should buy Bitcoin. Um, it depends on your risk tolerance. I personally feel that everyone should, if you don't, even if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, I think it's worth like just buying $100 and forgetting about it, right? Because one day it could be worth a lot, or it could just go to zero, right? I did an auto payment, going on a tangent here. I did an auto like draft of like $25 a week to get Bitcoin. And eventually the money doubled, right? Now it's more than like, it's gone up in price so much, but it's such a small amount of money. But then as I started to make more money, I decided to invest more money into it. So I kind of have just a long-term view. But anyways, going back to my example here, most people do this, okay? Most people select this. Why? Because it's a sure thing, it's guaranteed, right? You know what this is? This is a job. This is a safety. And I guess there's nothing wrong. I guess I don't know if I spelled that right. It doesn't, there's nothing wrong with having a job, but this is the reason why the person who owns the company will make a significant amount more money, is because they're willing to take this risk. They're willing to bet on this 10% chance. And the truth about it is, it sounds like it's risky, but the truth is, it's not really risky at all. The reason why is because they're going to bet 10 times, you know, or they're going to bet 20 times, right? And as they bet each time, bet's kind of a really bad example of this, but as they bet each time, what they're doing is they're trying to get better at the game. They're trying to get better at their craft. And as they get better at their craft, what's going to happen is they will find a way to improve these percentage odds, right? And they're going to find a way to increase this. Whereas this, which is guaranteed, will never grow, right? Or maybe you'll get a raise every year, right? So anyways, I got someone who hopped in, a Flow Vibe 16. What's going on? How you doing? Sativa says, when should I buy Bitcoin? I answered that already. I had 30K order. So did the order go through? So I'm curious. Did the order go through? Is it jury R3? Anyways, so I just did an expected value calculation talking about gambling. I don't know what else that I wanted to really talk about on this call. Actually, this was a Bitcoin video, so I should probably pull this up on Bitcoin. So I think the problem, why does this look backwards? That's not good. Has this been backwards the whole time? Uh-oh, that might not be good. This is weird. It's not backwards here. So why is it backwards on the live stream? I don't understand this. Anyways, I hope that this works properly. I'm broadcasting backwards. Can I change the view? If I change this, that's not backwards, but this is backwards for some reason. Anyways, what is there to talk about? I want to talk about this. Let's take a look at this Bitcoin chart. Let's go see what's going on. Let's take a look at the hourly, right? And let's zoom out a little bit here, and let's get rid of. There you go. So, you can see how it's breaking down. Look at this. So this is the past couple hours. This is 12 o'clock on the 3rd of January. This is the 22nd. So you can see how we sort of we're breaking this sort of support line here. We broke it already. And now we're going to hit this little bit of resistance here on the hourly chart. Let's go zoom out a little bit more. Well, that's it. So this will be the next point so look, it broke that already. So since it broke this hourly chart, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So you take a look at the 15-minute chart. You can see that this has broken, You know, just again, another support line. Look at this. So it's gonna. So people are fighting to buy this thing, but like or push the stocks, the price back up. But as you can see here, there's another support line here. So it will. I mean, it'll be if it does go down further. I think another place to go for it will maybe. I'm gonna probably buy in over here at 28,000. If I'm really being careful, I probably should buy more right down here at what is that? Sorry for my face over there. Let me see if I can move this. There you go. I'll move myself. What's going on? All right. So we can break down right here 25,000. I probably should buy maybe right here. Or I want to buy here because you may it may never come back, right? It may never go back down there because this just the coin has gone up so much, you know. But then if you really want to see like a kind of a disaster scenario, let me just take my face off of this. Let's take a look at a disaster scenario um, let's do a 4-hour chart. You can kind of see how the next levels right here. Like this is like go back to 20,000. So I mean, it's not uncommon for this to happen, you know, because this is really yeah, it is a correction, I think, but you know, but if you take a look at this, like see, this is here at 40,000. So at the high, so this will be like a 50% retracement. I heard someone say. So you know, I would want to get. I mean, I feel like buying it at 20,000 for me would feel incredibly safe, very conservative. But I don't know if it's ever going to get back down there. So you know, I would probably buy all the way down. I bought a position in 20. I bought a position at what is it earlier today at 31,000. Right, I got excited because it went down. So the next level, I would want to maybe get in. I'm thinking about getting in here or maybe here. So what is this? This is 27,000. Probably not. Then over here, 24,000, and then over here, 20. This is probably the best place to get in. You know, if you want to actively manage this, let's take a look at daily. Yeah, see, like, and there's another level here, which is the next one. Yeah, right here. This will be the next one right there. So this is probably a strong support line because of the because of the whatever you call it, because of these 2 points here, this point and this point here. Well, look at this. I did live for 20 minutes and there are still 6 people watching. I can't believe it. Is this backwards? I mean, will someone tell me if it's backwards? Because I mean, I'm looking at the stream. It says it's backwards. Why is this thing backwards? I don't understand why. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out. And I hope you guys all have a great day. All right, bye. Wait, let me show my mug. Peace.